Lydia Daydall, Fight Connect TV, and I am at Billy O'Sullivan's kickboxing gym here in Waterford with professional boxer Craig McCarthy.
Built to last.
Built
Get your
to
merchandise
last.
in, guys. But,
What's the story?
Ring Kings, Chris Blaney, that's the story.
Yeah.
May 9th.
Yeah. There's been a lot of talk of that fight for a long time, right?
Yeah, building up, and it kind of fell through. And then the fight in Bolton, in the Reebok Stadium, the rematch, the draw there made Ring Kings come back. You know, it's because it makes so much sense for Waterford. Yeah. So Neil Power and his promotion crew, they got it across the line. Yeah. And it's up to me now to do the business. Yeah. Smash them. Well,
listen, before we talk about Ring Kings, talk about what's been going on the last couple of months. So when's the last time we saw you out? Were you in the UK for your last outing?
No, yeah. Sorry, I haven't seen you in a while now. I was in the UK just before Christmas. Celtic title. Yeah. War of a fight. A dog fight, really, you know. 8 rounds of just torture, getting bust up. He was getting bust up. And during that whole fight, I broke my wrist 2 weeks before the fight. I was out in hospital with the wrist, and I left before they put any cast on it. The whole lot, it was snapped, a scaphoid fracture in my wrist. It's a bad break, like, you know. 12 weeks to heal, 6 weeks in cast, and then the rest of the weeks just doing another 6, no activity. Yeah. But sure, I just left. There's one thing on my brain: fight Chris Blaney, win this Celtic title. Yeah. And wrapped my wrist up, thought it'd be okay, but sure, it was just in agony, you know. I didn't use the hand for 2 weeks before the fight, and then doing pads, warming up for the fight with Stephen O'Rourke, my coach. First punch through, double jab, left uppercut. I'll never forget it. Tears came out of my eyes. Honest to God, like, he just said, "Fucking hell, Craig, your hand is broken." I told no one, not like, no, it's all right. And just got my mind into that dark place and got through it. Like, after the third round, I couldn't feel it.
It's funny, isn't it? Because when with professional athletes, professional fighters in particular, people just think like people at home will listen to that and they'll go, why don't you just not fight and just take time out? But it's very hard for them to understand that you only get to fight the opportunity a certain amount of time per year, and you just kind of have to be ready, stay ready. That's where the quote comes from. So how hard is it in those moments? Like, when you look back on it now, did you know yourself that you were, the wrists were damaged and that you probably should have taken the time out and not gone in and done it?
I knew what I should have done, you know.
Hindsight is a lovely thing, isn't it?
Yeah, it's great. But when you're in that moment and you know these shots don't come around, like, you know. Yeah. They really don't, like, so it's all about grabbing your opportunity and just fucking going with it, like, you know. I had a talk with my team, like, my family and stuff about it. Should I do it? And, you know, their advice was to step back and get your hands hard, and I just went for it. Sorry, yeah.
Bet you that's your ma.
Well, so where were we? They told me to obviously take a step back, but you know, when you're a fighter and you know these it doesn't come around, like, you know, not very often, you know. Yeah. So you have to take your opportunity, and I took it, like, and it was a hell of a fight. After the third round, the first 3 rounds, you could see I was jittery, I was nervous, I was scared of throwing the hand. I was building up, I was trying to throw, but my brain was just, don't fucking, you know, it was a horrible place to be. But we got through it. After the third round, I couldn't feel it, you know. Not that I couldn't feel it, but the
adrenaline kicked in.
Yeah, adrenaline kicked in. Exactly.
So obviously Ring Kings too, it's a little bit more special, isn't it, than just, you know, another promotion. Like, obviously the more boxing promotions and the more boxing shows that we see, the better, but a little bit special that Ring Kings 2 is back because of, obviously, you know, there's so much that goes in behind the scenes to be able to pull off a really good high level show like that, and to have it on your doorstep, and obviously with Neil as well, to be involved and you guys working together again. How special will this be for you?
This is all my Christmases. This is me lottery tickets, you know. Like,
talk us through the first one, because obviously it was in the new Wit Arena just out the road here, and obviously everyone that turned up that bought tickets, no one knew what to expect, because obviously it was the first show, it was the first big show that was being put on out in the Wit, and I mean, I just remember, like, sold out show, crowds queuing up for the bar, great energy, electric atmosphere. What is your remembrance from it?
It's a big kind of blank for me. This time I'm going to take in a lot more, because it was my third fight, you know. I had a lot of anxiety. Yeah. I was was wiped out. Like, you know, main event, third fight. Such a like you said, a sold out crowd, and yeah, the crowd was unreal. They got behind everyone. Do you know, that's the way the Waterford people are. They get behind their own and then some. Do you know, and it's going to be the very same for this. Only it's going to be bigger. The promotion's going to be bigger. Everything's, dare I say, bigger and better. But you know, that's it. Like, you know, next step up. That's what they want. That's what we want, and it makes much more sense having Irish title fights and, you know, big fights on this card. It's going to be a massive show for the Republic of Ireland, Waterford. You know,
Absolutely.
Wow.
Absolutely, and on our doorstep as well. So everyone, if you're involved, if you're down here, get out, support Ring Kings 2. What date are we again on it?
May 9th.
May 9th. Stick it in your diaries. So before I let you go, obviously, one thing on your social media, obviously you're built to last. You got the whole campaign going. Always, every time I interview you, built to last.
Order your hats.
But if anyone that does follow you online, they will see that you're very almost would we say spiritual in a way. Absolutely. You're very connected to kind of like your mindset and different things. Is that something that has come kind of later in life, or where did this sort of like appreciation for it come from?
I've always been hunting for something, always lost in my own ways, you know, always looking for something else. And basically then I got injured, and I had a lot of damage in my back and shoulder, and I need operations and stuff, and I went a natural healing route, and that just opened different doors for me then. And the spiritualness just, it was always in me. It's in everyone, you know, it's in you, it's in me. What's in me is in you, and what's in you is in me. But this is where I am now, and I went on retreats with ayahuasca and stuff like that, and wow, that opened up my life. Do you know what I mean? Boxing's just a part of all the joy, you know.
Well, it's a very interesting element, because I think a lot of professional athletes that are connected to, you know, the sync of mind, body, spirit, that you can be the strongest guy in the gym, you can be the fastest, but if you're not, like, you don't have your mind right, if you don't have your routine right, you're eating well, you know, if you're not connecting them all together, then you're at a loss. You're not giving yourself the best chance. Absolutely. Would you agree with that? Yeah,
I would. Like, and so true. Your mind, it controls everything. Like your happiness, your joy. I just feel my mind is in the best my mind is in the best shape it's ever been in. Like, it's crazy. I feel so good. You know, it's every day. And don't get me wrong, I feel bad as well. We go through our emotions, but I'm just so centered in everything, and I truly believe in myself. I've never, all growing up, all the fights, like 156 fights I had in the amateurs, I've never had this self-belief ever. Like, it's crazy. I truly believe in myself. Irish title, May 9th, Chris Blaney's getting bet, simple as. You know, I truly believe that. There's nothing you can say that. I believe that. That's the truth.
Well, listen, what a fantastic end note for our interview. Thank you very much. Good to see you, and thank you for coming out to see me on a Sunday morning, because on your day off.
I'm tired from watching Tyson Fury smash a Moila.
Actually, before we go, what do you think?
Oh, jeez, that was unbelievable. You know, I knew it was going to happen. No, I didn't, but that was amazing. May 9th, I do the same thing myself. But other than that, over and out, built to last.
Yeah. Craig McCarthy for Fight Connect TV.